Hello there and welcome to episode 8 of Cashing In, and today we are so sorry to present to you Dirge of the Cerberus Final Fantasy VII for the
Tom, it is Dirge
PlayStation 2.
of Cerberus, not Dirge
Oh
of the
fucking
Cerberus.
hell. Well, not only is this game notorious for having shit gameplay, a terrible fucking story, but also its grammar is in flaw as well. Come on.
Kim in.
It's ridiculous.
So,
Come on.
Tom, have you ever played this before?
Nah, I haven't. When I was like, I don't know,
Came
14,
out in
15.
2006, didn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so like when I was like 14, 15, I remember this being advertised and I thought, this looks so fucking cool. It's got to be brilliant. It's amazing. I want it.
Yeah, I thought
And I
exactly the
never
same.
got it.
And yeah, I
And I
never
thought it
got
was,
it either.
yeah, I thought it was something that I really missed out on. Do you know what I mean? I thought this was something that I needed in my gaming life. Oh, there's Yuffie and a nice, I like the way they did the kind of
Wait, there's
complimentary
even bigger.
panning
There's an even
arse
bigger
shot.
zoom on her ass in a second.
Oh, for fuck's sake. This is obscene.
So
This
just for
is
anybody
obscene.
watching, Tom is delayed because he's watching on Twitch because we are still in lockdown. So
Yes.
he will be a little bit behind the actual video.
Yes, for those of you that have watched our Final Fantasy VII podcast as well, and hopefully are adjoining opening bids, I bloody hope you have. If you haven't, go do it now. That is a command, not any sort of other option. it's
Not a
not optional, is
request.
what I'm saying.
It's not a
It's not a
request.
request. It's a fucking command. We have our good friend Dan with us, who joined us for our Final Fantasy VII podcast, but he is with us by text, so you're not going to hear from him. But I'm just going to go over something he's just mentioned, right?
Yeah, go for
And
it.
I thought to myself, what a good point. He said to us, "Good luck with Square Enix's version of Shadow the Hedgehog." And then I thought to myself, yes, I can see that, the whole third-person shooter dynamic and both being notoriously a bit shit. But then he said, a spin-off game about a side character whose color scheme is red and black. They don't know how they were created, they're depressed, and both shoot guns with live ammo. Literally, Shadow the Hedgehog and Vincent,
Are the
they're
same
the
person.
same. They're the fucking same.
Did you ever play Shadow
Never.
the Hedgehog?
Nah, I didn't. That's
So-
one of the ones that I didn't play, but also didn't think I missed out on.
I had it when it first came out. I had it and I fucking loved it.
Really?
Absolutely loved it. And then
Really?
looking back at it, I'm like, God, it was awful. But I was quite young
mate.
when it came out. So
Yeah.
and I loved Sonic the Hedgehog. So I was like, oh yeah, now I can be
Yeah.
a badass, hedgehog who can like
Hedgehog.
run around and cause carnage. Like now you were the opposite to Sonic. Sonic was always so good and
Yeah.
whereas like
Yeah.
now you are some brooding bad boy hedgehog. I loved it.
Oh, bad boy hedgehog. There's the thing is, right, something I don't get is that at some point in our life, and this I think anyone can attest this, anyone can account for the same thing. At some point in our life, these kind of really moody, dark characters were considered cool, weren't they? Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
at some point
Yeah,
in our lives, Shadow the Hedgehog was really cool.
he was cool.
And he was just like, yeah, and he's just like, I'm just a fucking, I'm basically a rodent with an Uzi. And he's just got all this miserable shit going on with him, and everything's just like a downplaying on how bloody crap everything is. And now I have,
like he just wants to like what does Batman do when he goes on top of a gargoyle and just sits there and he just watches?
broods.
Yeah, is
He
it
just
broods? He just sits
Yeah.
there and just takes it all in, but just really
Yeah.
grumpy about it.
Yeah, and I think to myself, like, God, I see that sort of character dynamic now, and I think to myself, Jesus, fucking wet. It's hard work.
Well, I mean,
I'm
Final
even
Fantasy
finding
is like
Vincent
a
a
problem.
bit hard work in this.
Yeah,
I mean,
Final
why would
Fantasy
you be wearing
7 is a bit of a
armor in
problem with
bed?
it does have a problem because
Yeah.
it does. All their characters seem to be like broody little
They
wankers.
they certainly do. At least kind of they had a time where they made them all into broody wankers. Like in the game, they're not. Like in the game, they're all like the original Final Fantasy VII. I mean, like
Yeah.
they're all quite diverse in their personalities and
But
like, attributes.
they've like retconned it to be they're all broody wankers.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
yeah,
God.
you've got a good point. Look at them shoes. Why is he wearing them shoes in bed?
Mate, I don't know. Like, it's the shoes. It's the fact that he's got a fucking gauntlet on.
How
Do you know
many
what I mean? Like, what?
fucking belt buckles does he need?
Oh,
So,
mate, it's what's under the belt buckles that you've got to be worried about. The fact
God,
is, if you need to buckle yourself up that tight, there's got to be
he's
something.
got some proper like belly going on, isn't he? That's why he's trying to hide it all. It's like a girdle.
That's it. That's it. Everyone's saying like, no, it's because his limit breakers. He turns into a werewolf, and we're like, nah, mate, he's just viciously overweight.
Yeah, he's just been smashing the burgers and beer as we all have during lockdown, and we've all put a bit of a belly on. And now he's just trying to hide it. So that's
Mate,
why he's
my
got three
weight is-
straps
my
on his
weight is-
thighs.
Fucking ballooned. I clearly need to take some advice from Vincent's dress sense because my weight has ballooned since the thing's going down. I mean, I'm not the biggest fella at all, but I'm easily in the mid 70s,
Oh,
coming
legs.
into the, like 180 or something. Like that's rare for me.
Yeah, no, it's not been good.
Yeah.
But
Goodness
it's better to
gracious.
stay. It's better to stay home and get fat than it is to risk getting a virus.
Well, I mean, that is quite true. So Vincent's just practicing social distancing at the moment, is what we're saying effectively.
Yeah, but then a helicopter
what-
shows up.
What village is this? Is Calm, isn't it? The village is Calm, which is the first village you go to after leaving Midgar in the game.
Sure could be. So since our Final Fantasy VII podcast episode, me,
So what's
you.
that, sorry?
So since we've done our podcast for Final Fantasy VII and Advent Children,
Yeah.
me, you, and Dan have all started Final Fantasy VII again.
Yes. Yes.
That's
I know.
Is that the first time in Cash Grab we've actually carried on playing the game that we watched?
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking it might be, to be
I think
honest.
it
The
is.
thing is, the only thing I'm thinking is no. Nah, after we played like Alien Resurrection, we definitely all kind of thought to ourselves like it'd be really good to bust out Alien Isolation, but then none of us ever did. So
I have
we
tried.
We've never really followed it up.
Got a bit scared.
I've still not played it.
It's so
I've
good.
got it. I've got it. Like it's in my Steam library. It's waiting
Yeah,
for me.
I've got it on PC and PS4, but I've only played it for
then-
like 3 hours, and I just get really scared. There you go, blood type
at
A,
these.
blood type A, just to make sure we know.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
So
It's beautiful.
I know you haven't played this game, Tom,
No,
but I
haven't.
played it just for like a quick, 10 minutes, just to make sure that it all runs smooth and everything.
Little test. Yep, absolutely.
Now this to me seems like Square Enix tried to pull off, I don't know, Resident Evil 4 mixed with Devil May Cry.
I'm feeling the Devil May Cry vibes. I don't know about the Resi 4.
Well, it's just like the
Not yet, anyway.
just the camera
God, that's
angle.
slow on
and-
the ladder. What the fuck's that all about on the ladder?
What? Is it slow?
How slow he is.
Oh, we've got.
Mate, Vincent's capable of turning into a fucking demon. If you're capable of turning into a fucking spawn from hell, I would assume that you could climb a ladder with some sort of, speed and graceful finesse.
No.
Who keeps 500 gil in a box as well? Dan has also said mixed with Metal Gear. Can you explain that, Steph? You're more of a Metal Gear guy than me, so could you?
I haven't.
Does that make any sense?
I
to
haven't got to anything Metal Gear like yet, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's a very convoluted, crazy, mental storyline.
you? Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I mean, I do love
Vincent, the
Metal
reason
Gear.
why you're upset is because you're full of nanobots. That's the fucking plot. it's
Yeah.
nanobots, Vincent. That's why you're depressed.
Has
Jesus
Dan
Christ.
told us any more about Metal Gear?
Yes, he has revealed something.
Oh, was it a spoiler?
It's
Tom, there's first-person mode.
go on.
Now it's
I
like
didn't
Time
even-
Crisis.
Oh my God.
I'm playing Time Crisis mode for a bit, running down some stairs.
Have fun with that, mate. Right. Well, look, he said to us, and I think, Steph, if this game wasn't already kind of filling us with a sense of dread, this is going to fill you with an even deeper sense of dread. He said to us, there are stealth sections with Katesif.
Oh, and he has a Scottish accent, doesn't he?
I think he does have a Scotch accent. Yeah.
Those stealth sections. Why?
Yeah.
That was another thing. Games seem to enjoy putting in like obligatory stealth sections in games that
abject
aren't
shit, yeah.
built for stealth. I still don't
couldn't
understand this
agree
first
more.
person mode, mate. I just don't get it.
Mate, I'm not getting a lot of this. Are those civilians?
Yeah.
I love the way they're just getting shot in the back, and they're just like kids are getting shot in the back of the head, and they're just still
Just
running away.
Yeah, they don't seem too upset, do they?
Nah, nothing seems to phase them. They're tough kids in the small kind of suburban village of Calm. It breeds tough children, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, any child that can take a fucking gun to the back is a very tough boy indeed. Yeah, look, it's chaining
Mate,
up kills. It's so Devil May Cry.
Yeah,
isn't
it feels very Devil May Cry. It definitely does. I have to admit, I really am liking the comparison to Shadow the Hedgehog.
Shadow the Hedgehog's a great comparison.
That so far is the best comparison to me, and like a big round of applause, props to Dan for that one, especially considering that the main thing he called out was like, both Vincent and Shadow the Hedgehog have the same color scheme. I like that. I like that a lot. But at the end of the day, if you want to portray like anyone in any game, movie, whatever, as either evil or being a bit, as being a flatterer of the dark side of things, you have them taking colors of black and red, don't you? I mean, look at the Sith, for fuck's sake. Black clothing, red lightsaber.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's always
I like
black
the
and
addition
red.
of gold. Like, it does give a bit of colour to
What,
Vincent.
with his gauntlet. You
Look
mean?
at the
And
size
his
of that
shoes.
fucking gun as well.
Mate, what size feet do you reckon? What size feet do you reckon Vincent has?
Oh, like, easy, like, 15.
15 feet.
Look
He's
at
only
him.
like 6 foot.
Look at him. Well, to be fair,
Yeah,
his feet
but
probably
he's
end where
got
that
them, like-
second strap is, and then he's just got the
This
really...
is exactly it.
pointy
He's
bits.
got them fucking Italian style shoes, isn't he? Where they're like, they just point so far on. Oh, here you go. Dan's got some more info for us. And the main characters they are tied to, Cloud and Sonic, both have colourful spiky hair.
I think he's reaching for that one, because if he said that, then every JRPG character's Sonic.
That's really good. That's really good.
Oh, my
That
gun's
is very
called
funny.
Cerberus. Didn't know that.
So what's going to be the eventual dirge of it? To dirge something? Hang on, let me just do a quick...
How
to
do you
dirge
equip-
something is
How do
to...
you equip the materia?
Well,
Sure, it
apparently
just
it's
told me.
a dirge is a lament for the dead. So it's the gun is lamenting the dead, which actually, well, it's typical like JRPG style. It's quite poetic in its way, isn't it?
Guess so.
Yeah.
This first person mode, man, I just don't understand it.
Stick to the third person.
No, but I kind of like the
At least then we
first
get to.
person.
It kind of like feels. Oh.
I've been missing Time Crisis, mate. I'll be honest. I have been missing it so much. Like, that's
Is it?
literally all I want to play is another light gun shooter. I loved them. I've got 2 VR units, and no one's released like a really solid one. There's been a couple, but why have they
Yeah.
not just gone? Here's Time Crisis. Because Time Crisis, House of the Dead, so good.
It's weird, isn't it? Because right now, with VR being kind of bigger than it's ever been, and continuing to skyrocket, like you'd imagine that VR like Time Crisis would be that seems a no-brainer. Do you know what I mean?
It 100%.
But and to my mind, Time Crisis, although it's like it's an old like video game property now, in my mind, it's not a dead video game property. It's one of those ones that is so steeped in nostalgia
Yeah.
that it's never going to die. Do you know what I mean? It is like House of the Dead, Typing of the Dead, any of that sort of stuff. Like whether it goes or not, it never truly goes because it's just so ingrained in gaming history and our growing up with games. So, mate, yeah, there's a missed opportunity there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I'm amazed that they haven't actually like done it. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
And House of the Dead.
I'm gonna.
How's House of the Dead?
Yeah,
not come out?
absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to throw a question out to Dan whilst he's listening, um, because materia in
There's the card key.
in Final Fantasy VII is well, at least elemental material like fire and lightning and all that stuff kind of becomes quite useless
Oh,
at some
that's
point in the game. But
becomes useless.
is materia sorry?
Did you say it becomes quite useless?
Yeah, like a lot of the like all the kind of like yellow and purple material, like all of those sorts of materials, like 4 times cut and adding properties to certain attacks and mimic and stuff like that, gets more and more useful as the game goes on. But actually, just like fire and bolt and ice gets really pointless when you start to focus more on attack.
I've got my limit break, Tom.
But Dan, oh god, look at the picture, fucking. Oh, so my question to Dan is materia useful in Dirge of the Cerberus? Because to my mind, Vincent has a gun.
Oh, we should let the people know. Dan has played this game.
Yeah, Dan has played this game. Poor Dan. And how does the level up system work? Is it EXP based? Because I don't see you gaining any EXP from people.
Don't know. Is that to me or to Dan?
It's kind of generally like it's a general question. Oh god, Dan says Dan just had to chime in, and I've completed it.
Well, Dan did go back and watch the
Nobody's
rest of Advent
impressed,
Children.
Dan. Yes. Oh, how he did that.
Lockdowns.
After watching half an hour of Advent Children, I thought, nah, that's definitely enough now. That's definitely enough. When old Kadaj or whatever his name started going on about, oh, we've got to speak to Mother, I was like, oh, piss off now.
Yeah, no,
Just
I'm
piss
done.
off.
Thanks.
I'm done with fucking Advent Children. He's saying you choose what to level up at the end. I'm guessing at the end of the level.
Yeah, makes sense.
It does make sense, I guess, doesn't it? So I'm guessing it's a level-based level up, a level-based level up system, stage-based level up system, that sort of thing. Goodness gracious, where's this girl? And what are these things running on the floor? Are they actually like Shinra dogs or?
Just don't question it.
Don't question it. Just shut up and watch
Just
it.
shut up and enjoy it. I need to use a potion, I think.
Are you actually enjoying it? You having a good time?
Not
I'll just throw that out there. Like,
I wouldn't say I'm having an especially good time at the moment. But like good enough that I would keep playing it for now.
Okay. That's in fairness, mate. As the review goes, that's nowhere near as bad as I thought it could be.
Like, it's not completely awful at the moment. Don't get me wrong. It's not great.
Yeah.
And if I came into this in 2006 thinking, yes, I need more Final Fantasy VII. This is the next Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
I would be severely disappointed.
Yeah.
Fuck, what's all this?
You know what
missions?
though? Once again, Dan is right. The whole Kingdom Hearts really just sucked some of the real soul out of it. Do you know what I mean? Just everyone becomes a moody, miserable, self-loathing son of a bitch.
What was
basically.
Vincent in Kingdom Hearts? Well, of course he
No,
was.
I don't remember, to be honest. But obviously, when they made Cloud all moody and they made it kind of, didn't Cloud have some sort of like really mad, like he was covered in fucking bandages and
He was covered
ribbons
in fucking
tapes and stuff?
Belt buckles as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, they covered him in belt buckles and hang on, I'm gonna find a picture of him. So Cloud, Kingdom Hearts. Oops, if I could spell Cloud, it would help.
Sniper scope.
Cloud,
Boom.
Cloud, Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, mate. Oh my god. Right, they put a scarf around his face. They covered his sword in bandages. So
Do they make him look like
what the-
Auron? Do you remember Auron from Final Fantasy X?
No,
Is that his name?
like Auron. Yeah, they covered. He has the same thing where his scarf is covering his mouth like Auron. Yeah, but mate, listen to this. Just stick with me for a time. His Buster Sword, yeah, They covered it in bandages.
What?
But why would you? Why would you? Yeah, literally, mate. It's wrapped. It's wrapped everywhere in bandages. But why would you cover a sword in bandages? You're what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? Like,
As soon as you hit someone, you're just gonna rip them all off.
well, you either rip them all off, or you cover it so much in bandages that you turn it into a fucking blunt weapon. Do you know what I mean? You just pummel people to death with the sword.
Maybe that's it. Maybe you
Like-
just wanted to bludgeon people rather than chop them.
Yeah, mate. He's covered in belt buckles as well, everywhere. He's got a belt buckle around his left thigh. He's got 5 around his waist. He's got 1 around his chest, and he's got 2 around each fucking shin. Don't ask.
He sounds cool,
And
man.
also, yeah, he looks. Also, he's got 1 devil wing sticking out.
Wait,
Because
what?
he's a right-winged angel. I'm not joking with you. He's got 1 devil wing sticking out.
I thought that was.
his
I thought
back.
that was Sephiroth's thing.
Mate,
He was the
Let's
one-winged
not-
angel.
well, he's Cloud's the other fucking winged angel apparently. Jeez, it's embarrassing to look at, frankly. But on one of his gloves, you know, as we're looking at Vincent, you know, on Vincent's left arm, he has his gauntlet and he's got his spiky fingers.
Oh yeah.
Cloud has spiky fingers, spiky gold fingers on his left arm, left hand as well.
When did Kingdom Hearts? Is that Kingdom Hearts 1 you're talking about there? Because Cloud was like the final boss, wasn't he?
No, Sephiroth was the
Oh.
final. Like, but he was one of the like final people in 2 Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't remember.
Charging in.
Yeah, mate. Just I can. I mean, I can't deal with it, to be honest. Like, it looks so fucking shit in my opinion. But the fact that they covered a sword in bandages.
Because it looks
My
cool, man.
God. Right, Dan has been speaking. Right, so
What
let me
goal has
communicate.
Dan got to say? Our Final
spoken about
Fantasy
the
expert.
Yeah, our resident Final Fantasy expert. He said, no, the materia is useless, if I remember. You can use lightning materia to spread the effect of attacks. So it's relatively useless.
How do I get this? Oh,
Advent Children, he said, it only gets worse. And I'm assuming that's after the half an hour, so that's awful. Oren actually shows up in Kingdom Hearts 2, and he is right. He shows up in Hell, in Hades, the Hercules, Disney's Hercules, if I remember right. Is that right, Dan?
Tom, can you just look at this
Yeah.
screen for me? For a
Yeah, I'm looking
look
at you,
the
mate.
state of this. Like, how can you really work out what is going on?
Yeah, it's a
It's
bit much,
bit-
isn't it?
it's a bit
S
much.
goes to B, M goes to A, L goes to A, and
Like, there's
so the
just a
weight
bit
is-
too much going on. Especially when
Yeah,
it's
is
just
it-
like, yeah, this is the good upgrade, get it.
well, is it like I do quite like the way you upgrade the same gun rather than getting new guns.
Oh, I think you get new guns as well.
Do you? All right.
Well, because at the top I've got Cerberus and I've been able to add a scope and change the barrel. So I'm assuming I'll be able to get another gun that I can do the same thing with later. I've always felt like Vincent should have like a shotgun as well as a old timey revolver.
He did in the in Final Fantasy VII he had all sorts of weapons, didn't he? He had
How does
like
keep getting
he had like
battered by missiles.
shotgun. Like fucking attack helicopters just keep coming along
Is
and
this
just like
is this why
whilst
it's
we're
like
here,
Metal
we
Gear?
might as well bomb this bloke. Yeah, yeah. Oh mate, you've got to fuck up this Look at the size of the moon. If the moon was that big, the lunar pull would they'd just destroy the Earth.
Was that it?
Imagine the state of the ocean. Fucking hell.
Was that it? The moon
Yeah,
is
that-
massive. You're all right, mate.
That's
It's
your
fuck-
boss fight, mate. Dan has said the helicopter is the main boss of the game. You fight the same one around 3 times.
the main boss of the game is a
Fucking
helicopter,
hell.
and it took like 15 shots to get to
What
this
a-
little bit. I love it.
Pile of shit, honestly.
I love it.
Holy fuck, that's very good. That's very good.
I'm
And
just
to
shooting
think
the
in
floor.
Final,
Oh,
Fan-
there you go.
in Final Fantasy VII, your main boss is a fucking alien spawn, an ancient alien to annihilate the planet, steal the life force, and yet in this one you've got a fucking Apache fucking
The thing is, at
F-16
least-
attack helicopter.
At least in like
Helicopter.
Metal Gear Solid, yeah, it's Metal Gear Solid when you have to fight the Hind D. At least like it was a bit of a, I mean, it was hard because of the camera angles and everything, but at least like
Yes.
it felt difficult for you're actually taking on an attack helicopter with liquid in it.
Yeah.
This one, I just looked in the general direction of it and pressed R1. That was all I
Shoot
needed
into
to
the
do.
sky. Yeah, exactly. Just shoot into the sky, cross your fingers, hope for the best. That's the sum of its parts, I think, to be honest, isn't it, mate?
And now we seem to have another
Vincent
monochrome,
Valentine.
the monotone.
Oh,
Sorry.
fucking yeah.
Is this the one? Yes, Vincent Valentine. Yes, we must get him. Yes.
Oh, this is really bad, isn't it?
Oh, I'm in the doctor's surgery now, boys. I'm just, do you mind not... Bit of privacy, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah, mate. Look at the size of his
This
gun.
guy's just stupid. Look at it. It's fucking stupid.
That's the silliest thing I've ever seen.
It's bigger than the door.
It's like a giant metal cock.
Look at the
It's
size of it.
silliest thing. Oh my god, that is so silly. And he's just standing in a hospital. I'm here to see my mother.
Where are you? Oh, I've got a short barrel
Dan-
now.
Dan has said, and I feel like this could be said for. I feel like this could be said for many. Please put the fucking short barrel
Sure
on,
to see
mate.
the
We've
short
got,
barrel.
we've got to get rid of that comedic fucking massive.
This is going to look stupid.
Stop.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh fuck.
Is this going to be one of those games where there's a lot of running about to cutscene? Because it feels that way.
It's got to be in it, mate. Dan has said, and I feel like this is going to be a consensus for many characters. He said about the girl that was like Vincent Valentine. He said that she is a very troubling character.
Oh, fucking hell, look at this
And
boy.
I don't know if that means she's troubled or that she is troubling. What the?
Oh, this is just... This is
Oh,
the epitome of what
proto
Advent Children
material.
was trying to do, innit?
Mate, this is so funny. This is really funny.
Why did they have to fuck with the... I mean, as we discussed, you boys thought the storyline was fairly normal in Final Fantasy VII, or I think it's convoluted as fuck. But why do they have to mess with it even more?
Mate, it's not like it is.
Look, he just stood there whilst I'm killing all these people, and I can't even... Oh,
It is. Final Fantasy VII's got its conflict. Yeah, it's definitely not like a straightforward story, but it's certainly like it's certainly something you can follow. Like this is just all over the place. There's just
I'm having to
there's
use a lot of potions,
difference.
though.
Yeah, mate, and they only heal you 200s.
Yeah, they're
like
shit,
it doesn't.
mate.
Yeah, which is kind of equivalent
Prologue,
to
joke,
Final Fantasy VII, I think, but like.
And now she's died.
This is too funny, man.
This is
So
dreadful.
funny.
But
This is.
I feel like
funny.
this is another game where, you know what, if lockdown was ended, but they hadn't opened up pubs yet, and we thought let's just buy a crate and just all sit round a TV and play this for an evening, I'd be up for
This
it.
would be a cracker, wouldn't it? Do you know what? This came out after Final Fantasy X, didn't it?
Behave.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
did.
because
didn't
Final
it?
Fantasy X was like it was close to launch of PS2,
Yeah, it's
wasn't
like
it?
2000, wasn't it? Yeah.
No way did this come out after Final Fantasy X. Was it after Final
Because-
Fantasy X too as well? Because that would explain something.
Hang on, Final.
Not that I've ever played
Fantasy-
Final Fantasy X too.
Yeah, you don't have to. Final Fantasy X-2 was 2003. And what year is this? Dirge of Cerberus.
2006, isn't it?
Not a very interesting outfit, though.
Are you serious? 2006, which is when the PS3 started to come out.
It took me a while to decide which
Is it?
costume I'd put on for today.
Yeah, hang on. PS3 launch.
Who are those soldiers that just left?
PS3 launch was 2006.
Called himself
Mate, this is shockingly embarrassing, isn't it?
I can't believe this came out of. I never thought about this coming out after
It
Final
is
Fantasy
Reeve.
X.
Yes.
But that's
Dan has told us this is Reeve. Who
Yeah,
Reeve
this
was
is Reeve, yeah.
Kasif. Yeah, Reeve was Kasif.
what?
Yeah, Reeve is Kasif, I believe. Am I right, Dan?
Because I've
Reeve kind of controls Kasif from Shinra HQ throughout the whole thing, doesn't he?
yeah, because I found a mini Kate Sif inside the Honeybee Inn, and I was really excited to show Dan. Dan was
Yes.
like, "Yeah, I know all about that." Damn. One day I'll find
Tell
something.
me something I don't know, Steph. What was I going to say? Yeah, you know that huge fella that was like,
Azel.
"Now it's your time, challenge accepted."
Hazel,
You know that fella? Was that his name?
Yeah.
Hazel.
Azul. Azel. Oh. Oh.
Hazel. Sad name.
How are we
for a-
going to get Kate Sif if Reeve's been downed?
Mate,
Also, oh
Shit.
my god, this game's full of. Oh no, Tom. Tom.
Dan says you'll make it. He's here! Woo! Yes, that's awesome. Oh,
He has got a Scottish
Dan,
accent.
Dan says, by the way, you're making me sound very sad.
Sorry, Dan. It's just the truth.
Sorry, Dan. You're not. Oh, you harsh bastard! I love Reeve's face on the floor. That's a nice little touch. Anyway, I've got to make this point. The huge guy, Hazel, was it?
Azel. Auzl. Azel.
All right, Azel. The reason why I'm bringing up Final Fantasy X is because he has the same hair and ears as Seymour Guardo.
Yeah, and he always looked like a bit of a knob, didn't he?
What, Seymour?
Yeah.
Oh, God, do you not? Beyond looking like a knob, sounding
Like a
knob.
complete knob as
Fucking
well.
hell.
That was
God,
the worst part of
s-
Final
I-
Fantasy X. Seymour's voice.
The thing is though, perfect for the character because God, it
yeah.
made you despise him.
Yeah, it's true.
God, it made you hate him.
Even when he was good at the beginning, spoilers alert for a fucking
Yeah.
20-year-old game, whatever it is now.
Yeah, mate. I don't think we should even bother protecting people. Like, if like Final Fantasy fans are like, oh, you really ruined that for me. It's like you're not a fucking Final Fantasy fan if you haven't played 10.
And also, if you
penis.
didn't see it coming, what is wrong with you?
exactly. There's something fishy about Seymour, but I think he's a good guy.
But all in all, I think he'll be good.
Yeah, exactly. Considering his Aeon looks like the fucking Eddie from Iron Maiden, like I think he's on the side of good, personally.
Still the coolest summon of any Final
You
Fantasy,
should
in my opinion.
eat a load of potions and pick up those new ones back there.
That's a friend. Can I do that?
Yeah, eat because your inventory's full, isn't it?
Oh, shit. I'm getting fucked up. But do you see my
Oh.
Time Crisis reference? There's
Yeah.
boxes everywhere for you to hide behind. And...
Yes, absolutely. Like it's a good shout, mate. This short barrel for the pistol is crap, innit?
I can only have 4 potions at a time. Are you for real?
Like the long barrel where it looked like a massive like fucking industrial dildo was much better.
Yeah, well, I'm going to put my industrial dildo back on and go, fuck these guys.
That would tell him. When can we level up? I swear Dan said it was at the end of the level. Are we still on level 1? Is this still level 1?
But we're still in the same town, mate.
Fucking hell, but what about the hospital? And what about Azel, or whatever his name was?
Azel.
Hazel.
Look at this guy's
What
beanie.
about all of that?
I don't know, mate.
Mate, you have no need to wear a beanie when you're
Mr.
standing that
Vincent
close. to the
Valentine.
fire.
No, you don't, do you?
Like that just doesn't make sense, does it? I know it's got your little fucking WRO emblem on it, but you like represent. Put it on your shoulder or your fucking something, you know? Don't need to wear a
beanie on
beanie.
your
And also,
shoulder.
why would you wear full army fatigues and a beanie? When you have a helmet to protect your head from bullets.
I mean, you'd prefer a helmet over a beanie, but maybe budget was tight. They're like, just have this fancy red beanie, Captain.
Mate, this game is just all about people running away from nothing
On fire.
or running towards.
Oh,
nothing.
here we go. Got a new gun. It's
Really?
a Tommy gun.
You've got to give that a go, mate.
Of course.
Of course.
I could have the long barrel on the Griffon.
Griffon.
You know what? I still haven't done. I still haven't.
Oh, mate, sniping.
I still haven't done the limit break. So.
No, you haven't.
Should I fuck up the next person I see the limit break?
Oh, mate. Even if it's just like a little run.
Just one
yes.
geezer. I'm gonna smash.
What's the Griffon like?
I don't know, mate. We're in another cutscene.
Oh, fucking hell. Mate, why would they allow that?
I
Why
don't
would they
understand
allow...
why games do like they don't do it as much anymore, but like why they used to do like, right, walk down this corridor and cutscene, and you left the cutscene and walk down this corridor and
Mate.
cutscene.
There was a time where games were really bad for it. You know what? I was thinking about how, like, how games have kind of come along, right? I was thinking about it this morning, funnily enough.
And another cutscene.
And I was thinking to myself, like I really liked the PS3, Xbox 360 generation. I think it produced like a lot of good games. Like, I'm not going to deny that. But then I thought to myself, like, I looked at this because we're coming out of this generation now. We're on to the next thing now. Like, and that I find totally mad, but it's happening. And I thought to myself, actually, this generation, like just gone or just going, has been really good, actually, don't you think?
Yeah, 100%. They've oh, look at the backflip. They've kind of like they've more nailed the I don't know what to say, like the game mechanics now.
Yeah, 100%.
Because they've had a lot of time to work out what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah,
and they've just
absolutely.
Yeah, so they've had time to just nail it, and they've been smashing it. I mean, some of my two of my favorite games of all time came out like in this generation.
Can I throw them out for you? Can I try and guess?
Have a guess.
I know
Limit
100%
break
for one. It's Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, yep.
And the second one I think is God of War.
God of War.
Yeah.
So two in this generation, that doesn't happen very often.
No, it seriously doesn't. I mean, I was just thinking about it, and I just like what I've realised is that in the whole PS3 generation, I feel there was a lot of like, number one, I think like obviously like I don't even feel like it's important to bring in graphics because that's like you know
it doesn't come into it. Really.
That's like saying this, you know, this cheese could be chalk sort of thing. Like it's bullshit. Like there's no point talking about graphics, but just like in terms of the style of games, like I feel like a lot of games were really muted. There was a lot of kind of running back and forth between cutscenes. Things were limited. Like this generation's been fucking amazing, man. But for all things, like it's had amazing RPGs. What did you just get? Did you just get an unlockable?
I don't know what that is, but I found one under the stairs as well. Why is a card key in a box?
Dan, what is that, by the way?
And Dan, how do I use my limit break?
Yeah, and what's the card key for?
Card keys
What's
for this.
happening?
I know the card key.
Oh,
we got that down. Dan, don't worry about that.
Good shout. All right, don't worry about that, Dan. Tell us everything else, though. Yeah, so, yeah, like, this generation, like, you know, I'm going to throw it out there, like, RPGs, you've had stuff like Breath of the Wild, Witcher 3, you know, to name just a few. Or, like, if you like your kind of top-down sort of classic RPGs, then you've got things like Divinity Original Sin 2, which is meant to be...
I haven't played that,
like,
but a lot of people say it's good.
Yeah, mate, it's got co-op.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we should explore that, shouldn't we?
We should.
Yeah.
Is it cross-play?
I think it might be. I think it might be. Yeah, so we should definitely explore that one. But like, it's had some ridiculous RPGs. Like, think of like some of the shooters that have come out this generation. Like we've had a blast with Titanfall 2. You've had some mad AAA shooters, which have like, if you think about it, like some of them have been steeped in controversy, like Battlefront 2, but they've been groundbreaking in their way. You know, especially for Star Wars fans. You've had
Battlefront. Although Battlefront 2 had its issues, Battlefront 1 lacked a lot of. I was gonna say girth, but that's not what I mean. But it lacked a lot of like.
Is it, mate?
Content.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for like nailing Star Wars, yeah, it nailed it.
Yeah, like the atmosphere environment. Yeah, this is it. Dan has just said Nier Automata is my game of the generation, and like, mate, that's
Yeah, yeah.
a lot of people say the same things. You played it, you thought it was a stunner.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Like, yes, I mean it has been a wicked generation.
The plane's back.
I'm partly quite sad to see it go. Oh, come off it. It's fucked though, isn't it?
Yeah, considering
Goodness.
he's like got like 15 bullets on it, it's doing alright.
It's like
My gun.
fucking just it's like shitting oil, isn't it? Everywhere. Dragonfly GL. What does the GL stand for? Gaming legend.
Gaming Legends Dragonfly. I still don't understand how to limit break, so I'm just firing material out instead.
Dan, how do we limit break, mate?
I'm doing what it says. R1, L1. It's like I need to. I've got my ATB gauge or whatever, the limit break gauge or whatever it is. I need to fill up. Run!
I can't even see the limit gauge. Because you've got your health, which is the obvious, and then you've got your like MP.
Oh
above
mate,
it,
if you jump and fire, he just floats through the air. That's great.
which is like Devil May Cry.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So once again, mate,
This is really boring.
Yeah. I'll be honest, mate. It's not been the most fun thing to look at either. I hate to say it, like
Well, no, it's just
you know,
as boring.
you're
to play.
the one like putting your
Ooh,
effort
my
and your
life on
time
the
into
line.
it. Yeah. And it's sad to say that just it's not paying dividends really. Sorry, mate. Dan, how do we limit
Reload
break?
you.
I want to turn into a what was a valiant beast or a valiant beast or whatever Vincent turns into. Does he have to, oh, Dan, another question. Oh, hang on. You have to use an item called Limit Breaker.
I thought it said, "Are you for real?"
Look in your items and see if you've got the Limit Breaker.
Oh, I have.
Mate, do it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
Hit. Hit. There we go. There we go.
oh, he looks so shit. Oh, he just like trots about. He just like stumbles. Can you only fire fire?
Oh no,
Is
I
that all
did
we
just fuck it up in all fairness.
Dan was like, "Did you break it?" Like what? Oh my god.
Oh.
Mate, it looks bad, doesn't it?
So considering Dan bought this when it released, can you,
Yeah.
Dan, can you tell us? I thought that was Bayonetta for a second there, with the gun and the moon.
Yeah, in the moon, yeah.
Can you tell us, Dan, one, how excited you were for the game, 1 to 10, and how bloody disappointed you were, 1 to 10, when you
Yes,
started playing it?
That's a really good shout. That's a really good shout. Please, Dan, give us your. The thing is, though, Dan obviously got this when he was younger, and you know there are many games we played when we were younger that were
Shadow the
probably
Hedgehog.
10 out of 10. Oh, Dan, shut up! Come on. He said 10 out of 10. What was your first criteria? 10 out of 10 for getting it?
No, for
When
how excited you were.
He was 10 out of 10 excited,
Which
and then
makes
your
sense.
final review was what? What was the final review, Steph?
Oh no, I just said what was your like score after you started playing it?
Right, so 10 out of 10 for excitement when he got it, and then when he started playing it, 1 out of 10.
Oh no.
Fucking Reeves back. Is this one going to explode?
Yeah, but is
into
this
pieces?
Reeves or is it Kate Sith? And
Kate
why is
Sith.
Kate Sith Reeves? I don't understand. I need to get to Golden Saucer and unlock Kate Sith, don't I, to understand what the fuck is going on here.
Do you want me to tell you, or do you just want to go for
Oh
it?
no, you can tell me. Don't worry about spoiling Kate Sith. He's going to sit in the back of my party until I need his limit break.
Nice. Right, basically, in short, Reeve is one of the... Is he one of the Turks? Either way, he works for Shinra. And... Oh, hang on. Still finished it, though. Unlike Shadow the Hedgehog, Dan says.
I've finished Shadow the Hedgehog. And there were different
Yeah,
paths you could pick in that bad boy.
mate, it's very rare in any of our episodes, be it podcast, cashing in, opening bid, or anything in between. It's very rare that I can take the moral high ground and say, "Well, I'm very happy that I played neither." I'm perfectly comfortable with my position at the moment.
Fair.
Yeah. So Reeve, I believe works for the Turks because he wears the blue suit. If he doesn't work for the Turks, he is part of Shinra. Basically, in short, he's having a crisis of conscience.
Yeah, because he
working for
doesn't
the
want to.
Shinra.
He doesn't want to blow up the plate to crash Sector 7, does he?
No, no. He's a good fella at heart, but basically he originally is using Kate Sif and controlling him from Shinra HQ in Midgar, and he's originally doing it to spy on all of them to hand over information about Aerith and Sephiroth and all of that back to Shinra.
Oh, I got
But
A
then,
rank. I'll
well
take that.
done, mate. Well done. That's going to go down in our gaming accolades of our life, isn't it? Yeah, so he originally does it as a double agent and he crosses them and he goes against the party. And then his kind of lack of faith in Shinra and in what they're doing gets the better of him and he kind of joins the team full time.
Okay.
And
fair.
he is truly on their side. He said, that's it. Dan is totally right. He's not a Turk. He works in urban development.
Yeah.
He's well done in the remake. He's not as well done in the original Final Fantasy VII. He just looks like a Turk. He's just got a blue suit.
Oh, right.
But they do mention urban development. Totally right, Dan. Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Shinra's urban development fella. Right.
Okay.
So that's
I think we call the game the cashing in episode there.
Mate, are you sure? Are you sure
I
you don't
am
want to
sure.
like work for an S rank at level 2? Actually, no. Wait. Can you carry on a little bit more and see what the level up system's like? Because
Okay,
Dan says
yeah.
it's after the stage.
Oh, I didn't save all the civilians. That's not good. I didn't.
Mate,
I
in
didn't save the girl.
Mate, in fairness, right? Let's be honest. Loads of those children were running into the bullets.
Yeah, what am I meant to do about? I can't help natural selection.
Well, this is it. You can't save you can't save people like that. If they're dead set on running into gunfire, then what can you do?
So EXP earned in the previous stage can be exchanged for 10,000 gil.
Oh, so do you want money or do you
I want
want
EXP
experience?
because I don't know what I
Yeah,
spend
add
money on.
XP to total.
Is that it?
Wow, you got 5 levels and your stats went up a little bit, and that's it.
Oh, this is what you
fuck.
can spend money on. So I can upgrade my Griffon to a Griffon 2
Fun.
with my long barrel. Let's upgrade my long barrel.
The long barrel was surprisingly helpful, I thought. Dan's so right. You didn't save a hostage and let 7 people die, but you still got an A rank. Yeah, it's got quite forgiving ranks in this game, isn't it?
I'll take it, lads. You know, sometimes you can't save everybody. It's as simple as that. They understand it.
Yeah, it's true. Fucking hell. Right,
Right.
should we
I think
should
we
we call
the
this?
episode there, yeah.
Right, perfect. Right, well, in that case, thank you so much for watching episode 8 of Cashing In and our slightly extra long episode of Cashing In with Dirge of the Cerberus. I do hope you've enjoyed it. I have enjoyed it, but that's mainly because I'm not playing it. Steph, have you had a fun time?
It's been fine.
It's been fine. That's that. Like, if we're gonna rank our review, it's gonna be a clear like D plus. Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
it was okay. It's a D plus.
I mean, I
So
enjoyed
we're
it.
giving
I enjoyed it more knowing how crap it was going to be. So
Oh my god. Yeah.
it wasn't like
Bro, there's lots of leg and
it wasn't like I
bosom
was
and stuff
going
going
in.
on.
Wasn't like I was going in with high hopes. I was going in with lower than low, and
Yeah.
it
fair
hasn't
enough.
disappointed.
Yeah, fair enough. So, Steph, thank you so much for your courage, bravery, and I would say perseverance in playing this. It does mean a lot to the viewers and to me. She just fucking sliced their heads open. And Dan, thank you so much for being our backseat resident Final Fantasy expert. Love you to bits. You're an absolute star, mate. So we'll wrap this one up. Thank Thank you so much for watching. Please do like this video and subscribe to our channel. It would mean the world. And please check our description for links to all of our other things, podcast episodes, and more, and ways that you can support us through Patreon and other means. It would absolutely mean the world if you could do so or would even consider it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. See you later.
See you later.